Goody two, goody two shoes. Goody two, goody two shoes.
Hey everybody, it's Converse King back with another shoe review. And today's shoe is the Converse Aero Jam, one of the more interesting shoes in my collection. This shoe is from 2003. It's probably one of the oldest shoes in my collection, and it's a Converse shoe that was made by real Converse. What do I mean by that? This is the Converse that existed before Nike bought them out. So this was one of their last true Converse releases. And I bought this shoe on eBay, and it's in really great condition, as you can see. And I have worn these. So let's talk about the shoe a little bit. The Aero Jam was made as a signature shoe for Larry Johnson, who was a I believe, first-round draft pick, and he played for the Charlotte Hornets, I believe, who might now be the New Orleans Hornets, I want to say. I'm not sure about that, but it's a great shoe. It was made for him. Originally, he wanted to go to Nike, but they didn't want him, and Converse picked him up, and they made this shoe for him and a couple of other signature shoes, I believe. But this one is the most interesting to me, and it's actually one of my grails. I actually got two pairs. The other one is black, but this is one of my favorite shoes of all time. And if you remember the commercial, it was Larry Johnson dressed as a grandmama. That's what he called himself, grandmama. And he was living in a shoe, and he was a grandma, and he could dunk, and he was wearing these shoes. And in the commercial, they actually locked down by themselves. It was really cool. So let's talk about some of the details on this shoe. At first glance, it looks like your basic high-top basketball shoe from the era, 1992, but it's got some interesting things going for it. For instance, there's obviously the foot shield on the front of the shoe, which is removable. You can pull it off, don't have to use it at all. Of course, there's a little difficulty getting it off, but there it is. It kind of looks like the front of a thong or something, but it goes over the front of the shoe, covers the laces. You don't necessarily have to take it off to tie the shoe. It's held on by Velcro straps, and you strap it down to your foot. I'm just putting it back on right now. So if you want to tie the shoe, just flip it forward, and then it's good to go after you've tied the laces, and then you just move it back, and then you hold it down with these Velcro straps. It's probably the most interesting feature about the shoe. It's very well cushioned all around the ankle area. It's very well ventilated with all these perforations and this nice row of large ones right here I really like. Originally, the shoe had React Juice in the heel, which was a fluid that was supposed to be kind of like a waterbed type thing, and it would make the shoe more comfortable. These, I think, it's just plastic back right in this area. It feels pretty solid. I don't think there's any juice in there at all. The size tag, I mean the hang tag, didn't have anything about React Juice on it, so I'm pretty sure they didn't have it in 2003. But if you have an original pair from 92, they would have it, and they would probably be in horrible condition, and it might have leaked out, but I don't really know about that for sure. Other details, there aren't really that many. I mean, the best part of the shoe to talk about has already been mentioned. But other than that, there are these things these plastic things which are kind of reminiscent of maybe the Air Jordan 6 or 7, probably more the 6. But this shoe, I'm not sure if it was around the same time period as the Jordan 6. I think the Jordan 6 was a few years after, so they might have actually gotten some styling cues from this shoe, who knows. But that's kind of a long shot because they look very different. I mean, there are some little pointy areas protruding like you might see on the Jordan 6 or 7, but I still think it's a long shot. But this is a very comfortable shoe, one of my favorite shoes ever, and I couldn't believe that someone on eBay was selling 2 pairs in my size, and I was glad to be able to get them. Now, if you wanted the shoe, that would be a little more difficult because it's not really out there. If you wanted to find it, it would be on eBay, and people just aren't selling them. They don't have them. They've been worn, they've been used. They're not very popular with sneaker collectors unless they're me or a Larry Johnson fan, who, by the way, is who I got the shoe from. But if you wanted the shoe, you'd be looking for a pretty long time. And I'm really just making this review because I wanted to. And that's really all I have to say about it. So this shoe review is over. I'm Converse King. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.